let me give a quick introduction. So hi, good morning everyone. So thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are in the world. So this morning we shall have an IELTS discussion. One of my students joining me from Canada. She's potentially a wonderful student, and I thought of live streaming this because I want you to experience how an IELTS examinee should practice things, okay? And people basically do things by themselves without any system. And actually, I'm helping my student to develop that system. Actually, she's potentially amazing, and you will understand that at the moment. And over here, as far as the IELTS is concerned, people do it without any significant preparation. So every examinee should understand that we need a potential system to develop when you do it. Otherwise, you will have to be satisfied with whatever you get. For example, 6.5 or a maximum of 7. But over here, we are just discussing some important things actually for free, so that you can also apply all of these things in your talk if you're an IELTS exam taker. So let's get into the process. All right. So Shri, are you ready for the speaking part 2? Cute card.
Yes.
All right. So what is the question you have taken?
It's describe a situation where we have to search for information.
Okay. You had to search for information. Okay.
Yeah, it's like describe a time when you needed to search for information. What information you needed to search for, when you search for it, where you search for it, and explain why you needed to search for it.
Okay. So before you get started, I'll quickly tell you here the grammar requirement. And most of the people, without understanding the grammar requirement, they directly start speaking. So as far as this question is concerned, it is in the past tense actually. Talk about a time you had to search, which means it is specifically the past tense, and give priority. You should outweigh, or the past tense should outweigh in your talk throughout. However, you can take some support if you wish from present and in the future as well. Understood?
Okay.
All right.
I'll try to incorporate that.
Right. So I'll give you a quick minute to prepare.
Okay.
Alright guys, how's it going? So whoever watching me now on live, I'm please comment link in the comment section below, so that I will send you a free WhatsApp group where you can join us, and you can practice your daily English, your British pronunciation, practice a British accent training, or your IELTS, OET, PT, whichever the training that you're looking for. I want you to comment link in the comment section, so that I will send you the free a WhatsApp group where you can join us over there. Also, if you wish to particularly practice English with us, join us for our premium sessions as well, where we will guide you better to get that real result faster than usual. All right, so the way how we have designed our practices over here is incredibly unique. And no ChatGPT, no so-called AI things cannot help you as much as we can, because the way how we have designed the system is something absolutely impeccable. All right, so unless you know the prompts to provide to that ChatGPT, all of those things, then how would you be able to successfully or beneficially utilize those artificial intelligence opportunities? Over here, we can actually guide you better to get the real result faster, guys. So comment link or comment anything in the comment section, so I will provide you the free access to our WhatsApp group, and over there you can join us. And also there we will provide many live sessions as well. All right. Yeah. Shri, your time's up.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
Okay. I'll also switch on my timer. Okay. So it's very often that I search for information whenever I come across some things which I'm not very clear about. However, when I started finding a course where I can do outside my country is where I have put a lot of efforts in finding information. It was, I have started, although I had enough time, I have started this process a bit earlier so that I can find out as much information as possible so as to plan my travel and my studies. So I approached a systematic schedule where I can take help from different people through different platforms. An earlier start really helped me take this off a stress-free mode. So I started off noting down the various courses that really helped me to improve my career as well as my domain. So I started searching in various platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, and I started researching about the courses and also the country that provides the best course in my domain. So initial search, even though it was through various online platforms, I got to feel like it's not enough for us to decide upon a final decision. So I started speaking to people by collecting their numbers. This actually helped me gain a lot of confidence in taking this decision because we are getting live information from people who have experienced it. So this really helped me in concluding my course, finalizing my course as well as the country which I wanted to move to. It overall helped me in my smooth transition from my native country and to settle in the new place without much chaos.
Oh my God. How incredibly phenomenal. Oh my God. Your talk was absolutely, organized. And you could really incorporate the essential information that that really you wanted to influence the examiner. So this speech basically get 7+. Okay, band for this. So I'll tell you the reason why you get 7+ and what are the improvement areas as well. The first part over here, you had a direct start. Most of the IELTS speakers during the cue card speech, what they tend to do is they start with some cliche sentences like, today I would like to talk about, or I'm going to talk about, or let me tell you a time what I did. So all of those start, people might think that we get an opportunity to have that, time frame to enter into the topic, but the truth is you don't need such unnecessary starting. Actually, that is not going to leave any first impression. Instead, in order to leave that first impression, what you really need is to have a direct start actually. Okay, that was the first thing I noticed here. Secondly, the use of complex sentences. You have used all the complex sentences in your talk. So you see, examiner doesn't really want to know what you searched and what intention you had behind of searching all of those and what are the different platforms you searched. The examiner doesn't really want to know any of that. Instead, he wants to know how well you narrate your ideas, how well you develop your ideas. So you basically, use of these complex sentences can really help you to beautify your language, and it can be really influential. All right, so that was amazing. And thirdly, over here, your language was actually more coherent actually. So what do we mean coherent? Coherence means logical reasoning. That is what really everybody needs. Even in our spoken English training, also we basically provide one training that is called coherent management or coherent management logical reasoning challenge. So coherence management means when you say one idea, your follow-up sentences should validate the first statement, okay, or the previous sentences. Actually, there should be a logical connection, logical reasoning between the sentences actually. So that was also absolutely fantastic there. Okay, this is the reason why you get 7 band for this. And another important thing here about the improvement areas, so the use of some vocabulary. I think you have had it's okay, it's not really that problem at all, as long as you have a confident way of explaining the topic actually. So you had a couple of vocabulary repeated, and that could have been avoided, and it's okay, it's not really a problem at all. And also certain ideas could have been a bit more developing. So other than that, you'll get 7.5 band for this talk. And one of the most other important things I really want to tell you, in addition to the positive parts I told you, your sound were more vivid and also easy for the examiner to understand. From the beginning to the end, you actually kept that energy, okay? That energy was actually flowing, and that voice modulation is really important. And most of the time, examiner can really detect whether your confidence is draining or not in one way. That is, sometimes the people's voice may go down lower due to the influence of people losing their ideas, okay? So people might have a great start in the beginning, but as they keep on speaking forward, they might have difficulty concluding, or they may have difficulty explaining things. So however, but over here you remained that enthusiasm from the beginning to the end. So that was absolutely a noticeable part I really wanted to tell you. Great work.
Thank you.
Lovely. So now we shall go for the next one actually. For tomorrow we'll discuss a writing actually here. Okay, for tomorrow we shall have a quick speaking discussion as well, and afterwards I'll take you to the writing.
Okay.
All right. I will share my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Great work. What time is it over there in Canada at the moment?
It's 9:59. It's about 10.
10?
At night.
Okay. Your sleepless nights are ahead.
Yes.
Hey, I'm just joking.
We used to sleep late at home.
I'm just joking.
It's not a problem. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Just joking. So
I just want to ask you, for this question, what could be the follow-up question? Will it be also related to the topic that we have discussed, or something different?
okay.
Yesterday, when I was discussing with my friend, she was like, she didn't get a question that is somewhat similar to what the cue card was. And it is a bit deviated from what she has spoken. So I'm just curious to know about it.
Okay, sure. So this is one of the questions that most of the people have. So some people really believe that, so they get the direct follow-up questions in the third part of IELTS speaking. So I'll tell you, based on my assumptions, and also it is basically true what I'm going to tell you. So the thing is, so if you are getting the questions other than the topic, the cue card topic that you talked about, it is, you can basically understand that that particular lady, did not do the speaking quite well. Therefore, the examiner really tried, or that was a trick by examiner to test the confidence level of that particular person. If you guess, so these days it is there's a trend. It is quite common that examiner will ask you some distinguished or that's a question that is absolutely not very much related to cue card to test your confidence. No matter what the question you're getting, you must have that potential ability to explain things. So if you're unable to provide the required answer to fulfill the need of that question, if you fail to address the question properly, the examiner will take you to some distinctive questions where you will have to work on and use your creativity. So this is also something that you should anticipate in the third section. Okay? But if examiner asks you the questions related to the cue card, then you can understand that, oh, you did quite well in your cue card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So okay, let's go for a distinctive question here. So how about the 12th one? Describe an argument two of your friends had. Okay, Sri, can you give me a quick minute?
Yeah, just minutes I'll just prepare.
Okay. Alright guys, whoever watching me on YouTube and Facebook and also Instagram, thank you so much for stopping by. This is an IELTS discussion, the morning discussion, and I really, really want you to be a part of it to get the, idea and also the important things that you're supposed to, follow if you're an IELTS exam taker. So, and please comment link in the comment section, and so that I will provide you the free access to our, WhatsApp group where you can practice English daily. That's not a WhatsApp course actually. You can understand. You will get the video conferencing like this, and you will get the potential support from our team for free. Okay. Also, we have the premium batches available as well. If you're looking for IELTS, OET, PT, and also spoken English, don't go anywhere. Join us right away, and join us today, and we will help you. Okay. Okay, Shri, yes, I'm back. You ready to get started? Oh, you needed...
Yeah.
I think your voice is breaking a bit.
Audible now?
You are, however, it's breaking a bit.
Oh, is it? How about now?
Oh, yeah. That's incredible.
Okay.
Yeah. So... Alright, so describe an argument two of your friends had. So this is the first question. You can basically have any topic ready to include over here. Okay. And once, what happened, there was a student earlier. So I'll tell you what he did. So and he said that he had he said two of his friends had a argument about, two of them loved a girl, the same girl.
Wow.
And they had an
Wonderful
argument.
argument.
A wonderful argument. Actually, to be very honest, there's nothing happened like that. He was a funny guy, and he brought us the laughter in the session actually. And I would say that he fabricated that.
And
Yeah.
it's very easy to relate also for whoever is listening.
Oh my god. So IELTS exam, IELTS speaking can be more funnier. So the more funnier it is, the better it is engaging. The more engaging it is. So you need to have that engagement in the talk. Some people speak like a robot, and they don't really just provide that engaging and they tend to have a monotonous way of talking. So that's not really advisable. So no, that is not going to really help you to get that result as expected. But the more funnier it is, you don't need to necessarily speak from reality. You can basically fabricate things. You can basically cook up the stories. But ultimately, you should have the ability to explain things. That's what the examiner is really looking for. Okay, Yusri. So this is a funny part I really told you. So you can choose whichever the topics that you really wanted. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the first question, and then let's go for one more.
Okay.
Okay, just a moment.
Um,
Okay, no, not now. Not now. You can do that later. I mean, for tomorrow.
Which one?
The question 12th one is for tomorrow's preparation. Come with the preparation.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right. I'll give you one more question. How did you do the 16th one that described your first day at school that you remember?
I think we discussed once, but we can do it again because I don't think that I've done it quite well that time.
Okay, quite great. So that is also the second question for tomorrow.
Okay.
Lovely. All right, dear. Fantastic. Now we shall go for the writing discussion.
Yes.
Okay. Shri, to improve your writing, I will also provide you a simple strategy over here, that particularly your body paragraph actually. So as far as the essay is concerned, you have 200 okay, so you have you need, the actual requirement is 250 words. But an ideal essay that can likely score a 7.5 band must have a minimum of 270 and maximum of 290. Do not go beyond that.
Okay.
And now you have 40 minutes actually available. So this 40 minutes can be
Is
utilized.
it 1 hour for the whole writing? I am yet to check the timing, that's why I'm asking.
Great.
Like 40 minutes for the second essay.
Yes, indeed. So you will get 40 minutes for your essay and 20 minutes for letter writing.
Okay.
Great. And you see, as far as this whole time allowed time is concerned, you will get 40 minutes actually here. And let's try to understand how successfully we can manage time for this, this whole essay. So what I basically take is, I take 5 minutes for writing introduction. No need for spending time unnecessarily writing this introduction, right? So you can basically go for this, 5 minutes would be sufficient enough to write it. When you write the, when you write the essay, please make sure that to set the timer. So that will help you to evaluate how much time you're actually taking. Yeah. And secondly, secondly, for the body paragraph. Okay, so before we go for the body paragraph, let's go for the conclusion as well. For conclusion also, you need 5 minutes. So why do we need more time than 5 minutes to write the introduction? The conclusion. Conclusion also needs only 5 minutes to complete. Okay. Right. And now we have, so now how much time have you taken? You have taken 10 minutes for introduction and conclusion, and now you have 30 minutes remaining. So again, we are going to apportion the time proportionately for these two body paragraphs. So 15 minutes for the first body paragraph, and then 15 minutes for the second body paragraph. Okay. And then what to be written here, dear? You see, I will show you how you can have it. So first, you need this main idea. Okay, this main point should be explain it. Okay, mention. First of all, you need to mention the main idea. All right, and after that, you can consider, explaining. And in the explanation, you can say the purpose of this main idea, or the actual need of this idea. Okay, so you can consider writing the actual need or the purpose of your idea in the explanation sentence. What I'm actually telling you, what I'm actually giving you at the moment is a system that you can actually develop and keep it in your mind while writing this essay. It will really help you to quickly understand, what should I write ahead? What I should, in what way can I organize my essay ahead, okay? You will get a great idea. Yes, indeed. And then afterwards, the second sentence, which means the explanation sentence, can be again explained, which means the significance. Okay, the significance of purpose. You see, whatever you have written in the second sentence, the purpose, that can be explained. So whatever you have written in the second sentence, which is purpose or need, you can explain the next sentence that why that purpose is more significant and why that is more crucial to consider.
Okay.
Yeah. So ഇത് ഭയങ്കര ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ട് കാര്യം. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ആദ്യത്തെ മെയിൻ ഐഡിയ പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ തൊട്ട് താഴെ നമുക്കതിൻ്റെ പേർപ്പസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിൻ്റെ നീഡ് നമുക്ക് മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. എന്നിട്ട് ഇതിനെ നമുക്ക് കണക്ട് ചെയ്ത് കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്, സോ ഈ ഒരു എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ സെൻറ്റൻസ് അല്ലേ, ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് പേർപ്പസ് ആണ് എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്, പിന്നെ ഇതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ വീണ്ടും എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്തത്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ സിഗ്നിഫിക്കൻസ് എന്താണെന്ന് എഴുതിയാൽ മതി, ഡിപ്പെൻഡിങ് ഓൺ ദ ക്വസ്റ്റൻ ആക്ച്വലി. Okay.
So it means like whatever the main point is, the second line has to be explaining the purpose of that main point.
Exactly.
Why we need it. Okay.
And then the third line should be a further explanation of the purpose of the need. The second sentence that you have written. Okay. Great. Okay, yeah, lovely. And then followed by this, as you know, we have the example. It should be irrelevant actually. So when you write example, please ensure to provide the a detail, okay, or an insight about what you have actually written. So it should be, so over here you need to provide the complete completeness. There should be completeness in this example. What do we mean by that? So most of the people say that most of the people write like some studies have proven that. Now, what study? Okay, don't say some studies. If you are referring to a study, you need to mention what study that is, or what research that is all about, or who conducted that study. So that is really important if you are just going for it. So it's worth mentioning that, and also it will improve the significance of your examples actually here. All right. So what is the purpose of we providing the example? Because when we explain something, just to convince the examiner to have that real-time example more, it can be more convincing actually. So writing example, the purpose of writing example is to convince the examiner with a real-time incident or a something that really happens. So that as a result, consequently, you will be able to, convince the idea to the examiner. So that example should be super relevant and it should be complete. But please don't say some studies shown that, or many studies revealed that. Don't do that. That is absolutely, not very advisable. And then finally, as I said, the effect statement. Over here, you can provide the effect statement. Okay, which means should be the overall effect of all of the ideas that you have mentioned about. So this is the way how you basically can write. And most of the people, what they tend to do is they include a couple of points in this body paragraph, expecting themselves getting a great point. It is really dangerous to add multiple points in this one particular body paragraph. Actually, I'll tell you the reason. When you include multiple points in one, in the IELTS body paragraph, what happens is your idea, some of the ideas may remain underdeveloped. But you feel confident explaining multiple points actually. That is not what exam IELTS is looking for. IELTS is actually looking for a person to develop the idea. So why most of the people don't prefer to take IELTS these days and go for PT? Because they attend exams first with a certain misconception that this is the way how it should be done. And but that is not very good actually. So you need to have that proper system to know. And Sri, did I tell you that there is one student actually attending my session here? She has taken this exam more than 15 times.
You mentioned one day.
Just imagine writing this exam 15 times, nearly 2 lakh rupees. I mean, maybe
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, more than 2 lakh rupees. Oh my God.
Oh, really? For an exam?
Yeah, dear. Okay, just go for it. So imagine that she has taken over here. So, okay, she's been taking for the exam since 2022, I think. Okay, let's start. Go for the 17. Okay, at that time 17 into 15 times is equal to 2,55,000 rupees.
Easily, this can be invested in something else that she can gain. She'll at least get some interest of 8%.
Yeah, this money could have been, she could have spent it for something else. So what I'm actually telling you is, writing this exam multiple times does not really guarantee you the real result. So what I'm actually telling you is, people go for PT and considering IELTS as a challenging exam test is particularly because they don't know that actual rule of it, particularly this writing. If you have evaluated a person person's TRF, which means test report form, that is what you get after you take this exam, actually, IELTS test. And in that test report form, speaking gets 9, reading gets 9, and listening gets 9, but writing is 6.5. So writing, people getting 6.5 is particularly because they don't know how to organize the idea, and as I said earlier, they unnecessarily include the points. So many sentences doesn't guarantee the quality. Okay, the actual required sentences really ensure that quality, actually. So again, I want to tell you that multiple sentences can ruin your idea, your explanation. But some people might come with an argument that if I take only one point for the body paragraph, I may not have too much to write about. It's okay. So during your practice, try to write like that, and then then learn to develop it. So that's a development I told you here, and I can't show that to the live, since it is our premium strategy. Actually, I can't show it to the live. So whoever watching me, join us for this incredible organizing, a way of writing, actually, because being a writing specialist, I can help you to get that great result in writing, actually. So I had the band score of a band 8 in 2019 when I wrote it. Okay, I had the speaking 9, listening 9, reading 9, and writing 8, in 2019, actually. So it was the result of not of my hard work. It's because of my teacher, the Australian, who actually assisted me to design, restructure my practices. Okay, just a moment, guys. Okay, sorry, straight. So I think the time is okay. So what I'm actually telling you is, I got that 8,999 band for IELTS in 2019, not because of my dedication, my hard work. Yeah, of course, I did my hard work over there. However, I thoroughly followed my teacher's instruction, who was an Australian, luckily. And the same instruction I'm providing you here. Okay, so now, Dee, let's quickly go for it.
Okay. Your screen is not shared now. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, this is what you can fundamentally go for it. So when you get a reference point, okay, I will give you a screenshot, and okay, I have also given you the access to this. Okay, you can consider using this.
Okay.
For the body paragraph, okay?
Sure.
Lovely. And now we shall go for the next essay here. Alright, I think we haven't done the agree-disagree essay for a longer period, and therefore today we'll go for this agree-disagree. So Sri, as far as the agree-disagree essay is concerned, you will get two different ways, actually. One can be the single subjects essay, and other one can be the double subjects. So let's begin with the single subject today.
Okay.
Okay, just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so for the IELTS, as far as the IELTS, agree-disagree questions are concerned, you will get two different ways. So first one is a single subject, actually. I have added the structure of single subject over here, but I will give you the double subject structure for tomorrow, yeah?
Okay.
As far as this one is concerned, similar to the other essays, we have 4 paragraphs introduction, introduction, then 2 body paragraphs, and the conclusion. Okay, over here first you need to write the paraphrase statement, and then go for the thesis statement. So can you read the sample thesis statement I have added over here?
Yeah, I partially agree with this approach because while online education is needed for a cost-effective learning experience, lack of face-to-face interaction is a fundamental drawback.
Okay, so which means then you can say that this essay will delve deeper into detail, or this essay will discuss it in detail. That sentence also can be written further to that. Okay.
Okay.
And here, please ensure that when you write your thesis statement in IELTS or essay, particularly in the introduction, please make sure to not to make it indirect. So some people like, I partially agree with the statement, and this essay will discuss it in detail with the relevant information. So if you write like that, it becomes indirect, and that thesis statement is not very convincing. But similar to what you are seeing here, so for the live student, for the sessions, so we provide the structure like this to the students. So over here I've given you the sample. So in this way, if you are able to mention the points that you're going to write in the body paragraph ahead, what happens is the examiner can understand, oh, this is a thesis statement. Thesis is actually referring to an overview about your further idea writing. Understood?
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
But can you repeat that once again? See, when they're asking for agree, disagree, we can even partially agree with this. Is it like that?
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. You can partially agree, you can fully agree, you can fully disagree. You can do whatever you want, depending on the question actually. But as I said earlier, if you partially agree, that is more beneficial. I'll tell you the reasons. So this is more helpful for understanding the advantages and disadvantages. You see, advantages, disadvantages, which means discussing one view and then another view, which means the advantage and then disadvantage. Similarly, discuss both views and give your opinion. That is also one view and the other view. Development essay, then one positive development and then another the negative development. And similarly, over here also 2 views. For many essays you can go for 2 way of 2 ways writing, which means partially agree, partially disagree. Similarly here as well, if you go for partial agreement, what happens is you will be able to use the advantage and disadvantage structure to write this one. But still, I can't really force you to go for only partially agree, disagree. Instead, depending on the question, go on, Sri.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Like, depending on the question, if the question is something that we cannot agree to it, we have to totally disagree. At that point of time, how should we approach it? Like, again, we should give 2 points that we disagree, and not to mention anything that about the agreement. Is it so?
Yes, indeed. Only one view. So you should support your whole essay that only one view. Do not mention anything the other view actually. Because you in your essay, I fully agree to the statement because this trend can bring about so and so points actually you can mention over there. And then this essay will discuss it in detail. So when you mention like that, if you try to mention the negatives in the body paragraphs ahead, what happens is your idea may not be that coherent. So the logical connection should be there.
Okay.
And there is one more reason I really want to tell you quickly over here why I am telling you to go for this partial agreement. So if you fully agree, your 2 paragraphs should address the positive aspects of what you're writing, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
which means you need to go for one section a whole positive, the second section also a whole positive. So you might be able to properly write the first paragraph, the positives. I mean, which means if you fully agree to the question. But the second point maybe when you take it, now since you have already taken as much ideas, such supportive, positive ideas as possible in the first paragraph, and you may not get a proper idea in the second paragraph. രണ്ടിലും നമുക്ക് ഫുള്ളി എഗ്രി ചെയ്യുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഒന്നിലും അടിപൊളിയായിട്ടുള്ള പോയിന്റ് കിട്ടും. അപ്പം മാക്സിമം പോയിന്റുകളൊക്കെ ഒരു പക്ഷേ നമ്മൾ ഒന്നാമത്തെ പാരഗ്രാഫ് നമുക്ക് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരിക്കും. So when you write the second paragraph, you may not be able to quickly get such അതുപോലെ തന്നെയുള്ള ആ ഒരു influential ideas. You may not be able to find such influential ideas to represent
in the second paragraph.
Your view in the second paragraph. Yeah.
Okay, I understood your point, but just one more thing. When we are writing the first paragraph, you want us to take one advantage and then explain just that, right? So we need not want to put more than one use or more than one reasons that we support there in the first paragraph. Rather, take one point that supports it. You have to explain with the example why we have why we are aligning to that particular point. Then go to the second point, which is equally important than as the first one, and explain that, right? Okay.
Indeed, dear. So I would like to quickly address your concern here, mentioning one more thing. There are 2 things as far as the writing is concerned. One is a safe zone. Second one is the danger zone. So being a writing specialist, this is what I have understood. I'll tell you quickly the danger zone. So there is no strict rule that you should only write one particular idea here. So if you can actually go for multiple points in this. I mean, multiple means no more than two main points. You can go for writing 2 points in one particular paragraph. But if you fail to properly develop one of your points, that can be really dangerous. So as a result of remaining one of your sentences, one of your ideas underdeveloped, what happens is you are actually going to get no matter, despite having such an incredible language, if you have an underdeveloped idea, you won't. Okay, this is the first thing. Secondly, the safe zone. As far as the safe zone is concerned, you need to go for only one idea, and then you need to develop. And with that, most of the people are concerned, will I possibly, what will happen if I take only one idea and then try to write, if I repeat the idea? So that's why I really gave you this system, dear. This one. You see? First you really mention the main idea, then you're writing the purpose. And again, you're not writing the actual purpose, but you're writing the significance of that. Understood?
Yeah, I understood. So if we are going with the approach like a partial agreement to the question, then we'll have more points and we can structure it similar to our agreed the advantages, disadvantages essay, where we can highlight one positive point and explain the same, and highlight the negative point and explain it, so that we'll have more volume of data which is significant to the question, right?
Exactly, dear. Exactly. Okay, I would like to mention one more quick incident happened in one of my students' life. Okay, there are 2 students. I mean, many students. Okay, many students attended the session. So one student, we had a great expectation about that person, but that person did not really follow my instruction much. And that person with incredible language fluency attended the session. And for the speaking and for the speaking, reading and listening, he had got incredible results. But as far as the writing is concerned, he got only 6.5. And the other student, Okay, and one of the other students, we just compared, the other student has got 7 for speaking, 7.5 for reading, and 6.5, sorry, I think 7 for, speaking, or for 7 for listening as well. Sorry, for the listening, he had a comparatively better score actually, which, okay, I'll repeat it again. For, I think, as far as I can remember, listening he had got 7.5 or 8, and then reading he had 7.5, and speaking he had 7, and also writing he had 7. Overall band score was 7 actually. I'll tell you the reason. This person, when he wrote the essay, he basically mentioned only one main idea in that particular paragraph actually. So this person's language was, not as much better, or not as better as the first person I mentioned. But despite that incredible fluency or incredible language, he got only that much result, which means 6.5, and this person got 7. So I would presumably say that it's not about how incredible language do you have, but it is all about how successfully you manage it during the exam.
Right.
That's it. And please do not bring such unanticipated problems or unwelcomed issues here. Okay. So sometimes it is better to be disciplined. Not sometimes, every time we've got to be disciplined. Yeah. Okay, dear. So over here, as far as the body paragraph is concerned, as I said, advantages of subject, which means the first view, why you partially, agree. Partial agreement point. Okay, let me quickly just update that again. Why you partially agree to the subject. Okay, so in the first body paragraph, you're supposed to mention why you partially agree to the subject.
Okay.
And the second paragraph, why you partially disagree to the test subjects, and your explanation should validate your disagreement. So that validation is what most of the people don't really understand. As far as the writing is concerned, I've been specializing in this writing for over 7 years actually. And the IELTS writing, I've been specializing for over, I think 3 to 4 years. So I can tell you that with the help of my teacher. So many of these I have evaluated. They do, the essays do not validate their view actually. They just include whatever it is. Just like I wrote my exams in. I still remember in my +2 my exam, I so the people who actually asked for as many pages as possible, gained the respect and also got the great appreciation from teachers. Oh, look at this person, he is writing so much. Oh, look at how incredibly potential this person is. He is unleashing his real potential on this paper. And everybody listening to the teacher believed that. Oh, that was true. But today,
Writing more.
but today, as a 90s kid, I realized that that teacher's instruction was absolutely wrong. It's not about quantity, it is all about quality. But my teacher convinced me that. I'm not blaming him, but that teacher convinced me that it's all about quantity, not about quality. Anyway.
When we see, like I have heard, like people used to, especially teachers used to mark the essay based on how many lines you have written. They used to have a 15 centimeter scale, and they'll just keep it and say, okay, this is up to the mark for full mark. This is how they used to grade it. This is what I heard. Okay, even some teachers have confronted that they have done this. So, as you said, at that time, it was quantity that was being marked for. I remember I have written essays. Just the first paragraph used to be the mug-up essay. Rest everything used to be something which doesn't have any anything related to the content. Even then, I have got marks. So, what you said is absolutely right. But I don't think nowadays teachers used to do it. Maybe because they have also upgraded and they know that from where this is exactly coming. It may not be even human written. Students will definitely take it from some other GPTs. So, yeah, what you said is right.
Yeah. Okay, so people these days go for this artificial intelligence support because still, people don't have that ability to develop that creativity. And again, the revolutions are done by this ChatGPT, and again, it has ruined people's potential. സോ എവിടെയും ഞാൻ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, ആരോ ഒരാൾ ഏതൊരു ബുദ്ധിജീവി പറഞ്ഞാണ് മനുഷ്യൻ സാധാരണ, എനിക്കറിയില്ല ശരിയാണോന്ന്, മനുഷ്യൻ സാധാരണ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് അവരുടെ 100% വെറും 15% പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ മാത്രമേ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന ഏതോ ഒരാൾ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഐൻസ്റ്റീനോ അങ്ങനെ ആരോ ആണെന്ന് തോന്നണോ, അത് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടോ എന്ന് എവിടെയോ കേട്ടതാണ്. എന്നാൽ ഇപ്പോൾ സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ അന്നൊക്കെ ChatGPT വരുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് വരെ 15% ആളുകൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നുള്ളൂ. പക്ഷേ ഇപ്പം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ 15% പോയിട്ട് 1% പോലും ആരും യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. ബിക്കോസ് ആ 15% കൂടെ ChatGPT കൊണ്ടുപോയി. It saves only time, it saves only time. But, you get the information actually. ഇത് ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ. നമ്മൾ ChatGPT എന്ത് യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാലും അതിലത്തെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമ്മുടെ വേയിൽ നമ്മൾ ഇൻ്റർപ്രറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനേ കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഇത് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്ന വെച്ചാൽ ഇത് ഡയറക്റ്റായിട്ട് കോപ്പി പേസ്റ്റിംഗ് ആണ്.
That's absolutely right. Like, people doesn't even care to read what they have taken from ChatGPT. There were instances like students just copy paste. I'm not talking about high school students. Even my classmates, they have copy pasted the same thing, and in between ChatGPT will give you a line like, please let me know if you want to rewrite upon any of the points. Just give us a point. Some statements like that ChatGPT used to add in between paragraphs to modify this essay better. So along with that, people used to paste it. Yeah, when you're copy pasting stuff, it's basic stuff. Like, you have to read through it and make sure that at least it makes sense. But people doesn't even care about doing it. They are simply pasting it directly from the GPT. That too, you will paste from there, not even a control-A, control-C. It is like a copy from that menu and they will paste it. At that time, all these unwanted information also comes along with it, which is not right. That's not a genuine work.
Correct.
That's when, like, people, they learn about the awaiting problems soon when they're using it.
Sri, then
Give them some time.
അതായത് ഞാൻ ഈ ചാറ്റ് ജി പി ടിയും ഗൂഗിളും തമ്മിൽ ഒരുപാട് ഡിഫറൻസ് ഒന്നും ഞാൻ കാണുന്നില്ല. കാരണം ഒരേ ഒരു ഡിഫറൻസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ കൊടുക്കുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങളെ സ്പീഡാക്കി ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. മറിച്ച് നമ്മൾ യൂട്യൂബ് ഐ എം നോട്ട് സെയിങ് ദാറ്റ് ദർ ഇസ് നോ ഡിഫറൻസ്, ദർ ആർ ഹ്യൂജ് ഡിഫറൻസസ് ആക്ച്വലി. വാട്ട് ഐ എം ആക്ച്വലി ടെല്ലിങ്, ഗൂഗിൾ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു ആ ഒരു ടൈമിൽ. അവിടെ എന്താണ് ഈ ഗൂഗിൾ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന സമയത്ത് ആളുകൾക്ക് ഡയറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഇത് ജസ്റ്റ് ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുത്തിട്ട് അവിടെ നിന്ന് കിട്ടുന്ന ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ അവർ തന്നെ ചെയ്യണമായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ ചാറ്റ് ജി പി ടി വന്ന സമയത്ത് കുറച്ചും കൂടെ പെട്ടെന്ന് ഇതാക്കി കൊടുത്തപ്പോൾ ആ പോയിന്റ് ഈസ് ആക്ച്വലി
ChatGPT made it convenient for the users.
Correct.
To gather the information that is present in various sites.
Correct.
So ChatGPT itself is not intelligent, but the database which or the data that is being learned by the ChatGPT is vast. So it is high chances that ChatGPT is giving wrong information. Last
yes, wait, hello. Yeah. Okay then. Okay, you can complete what you were saying.
No, I was just telling last day I was giving an input to the ChatGPT to give me a graph. Okay, I know the answer of the graph. I just wanted a pictorial representation of it. And in that graph, it has made a very big blunder. Okay, the one which was generated was having a big blunder. And I was trying to correct ChatGPT saying that, see, in this image, this part is wrong. Then it acknowledged and it is giving again the same thing. So repeatedly I asked that I just wanted to know how much time it is taking to correct its mistake. So again I have given the same input which I have given before, copy paste the same thing. The third time it corrected, and every time it is apologizing for making the mistake and saying that okay, I got the mistake. So that is how it is learning. So we cannot totally rely on ChatGPT because the data that is, if I am giving it a wrong information from different systems, like the Prime Minister of India is someone else or my name, if I am giving it from say 100 logins, ChatGPT tends to believe that that is right. So if you ask, ChatGPT may give you the same answer. So whatever data that we are inputting is reflecting as the output of it. So we cannot rely 100% on them. But all the data engineers are working upon creating something that is flawless. So a day will come that they'll be very efficient enough to give the information. However, a cross-checking of the information or knowing what exactly is happening has to be there from our end, the individuals who are browsing it. So
that is absolutely true. So they say, okay.
People doesn't know this yet. Those people who are not technically sound will not be knowing this. They'll just copy paste it as just like that. Even I lost marks. doing the same thing because what I was supposed to do and what ChatGPT gave, the answers were wrong. I mean, I was supposed to subtract an amount from what is given by ChatGPT. Writing the same thing, I lost marks. Then only I realized that we cannot rely on ChatGPT. We have to reread it and make sure that it is error-proof before writing. So yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, as you really said, I also come across as the same situation. I just checked a couple of essays as well. So ChatGPT provided entirely different things, that didn't really address my question actually. And then I told ChatGPT that is not what I'm looking for, that this one, and it apologized. Yeah, the same thing actually.
And when there are people who used to thank ChatGPT after giving answers, I mean, after providing them with the answers, and it is said like a lot of it, the server speed is being impacted a lot because of these apologies. We should not do it because it's taking more time to process. It's a machine, right? We don't need to consider it emotionally attached. So, sorries and please are not needed. But ChatGPT is what it's, one person related to these ChatGPTs are talking about it.
Yeah. Actually, in essence, what I'm actually telling you is, you can't really solely trust this, ChatGPT. Whatever the information is provided, you have got to double recheck the information. Also, most of the people directly copy paste it and they create the blunder and they believe this AI is actually true than human. So let me quickly tell you this again. No matter how quickly it can provide you, all of this ChatGPT also referring to various sources before providing this answer.
Yeah.
So if
because you can ask the ChatGPT for the source, it will give you the source also.
Yes, indeed. So if it referring to the source that is not relevant or up to the par, what happens is it gives you the answer that is that somebody has prepared. Often that resource may not be that reliable as well. Not 100%, but the truth is, a person, as long as not as technology savvy, will suffer this. And most of the people don't understand this, and people believe that I can do everything with the help of ChatGPT and I can do this and end up with disaster. Anyway, coming back here, dear. So we have 7 minutes remaining, so let's go for the conclusion. Okay, you can read the conclusion. Okay, so there are 2 sentences that you're going to learn over here as far as this agree disagree essay is concerned. The first one is you need to, first sentence in the conclusion should overall conclude what the whole 2 main paragraph that you have discussed about. Okay, and here we are starting with one particular sentence as well. In conclusion, online education presents a complex debate. So that particular sentence can also be used as a initial a sentence where you just tell the examiner that I am going to conclude this, and then you're going to validate it ahead. You can read it.
Yeah, in conclusion, online education presents a complex debate. While it offers significant advantages, particularly the convenience in education, issues like reduced engagement remain significant concerns.
Okay, hold on. So you see, you have read at the moment the sentence is well constructed and concluding the 2 main body paragraphs actually. Okay, and then finally provide a quality suggestion. So this final suggestion is really important here. Okay, so this one actually I've added as a common one. You can possibly go for it. Otherwise, you can go for a quality one on your own. So this is a sample model I have given you over here. So in most of the essays, you can copy paste this same suggestion, this quality suggestion I have added over here. So can you try reading it?
Yeah, therefore, promoting essential awareness is vital to mitigate its manipulative effects.
Absolutely. Okay. Right. Which means this is basically this suggestion is about we need an awareness program to be conducted in order to mitigate its manipulative effects. Actually, so manipulative effects means whatever the question is basically talking about, you can just address. Okay, these are the things. This essential awareness is really needed because to avoid this manipulative effects, to avoid this negative effects. So this can also be considered as a conclusive statement. Okay, and this is the way how you need to write the conclusive statement as well. And when you write a suggestion statement at the end, it can successfully help you to provide a sentence that is more suggestible, and that suggestion will make your conclusion more catchy, more influential actually. So this is all about the conclusion. Okay.
So here also we'll have, I think so far this out of the essays that we have discussed, only the opinion essay will be having 5 paragraphs. Rest everything will be having 4 paragraphs, right?
Indeed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we shall go for the discussion essay for tomorrow actually. At that time I will explain you the further information related to that. We shall have a recap over there so that you will get the idea. Okay.
Just a suggestion, like if you could send me a fully written essays on these on various topics. If you have something handy with you, please do share it with me, so that I can just read through it, so that I know your sentence formation pattern. Like it may have an influence on how I write my essay also.
Oh, beautiful. Today I will share you one.
Okay.
Okay, dear. So before you go, I will also give you the access to the structure, sentence structure as well. So now this is essay structure. I will also give you the points paragraph. Okay, just a moment. Okay, I'll give you a quick question here. So this is okay. You can basically use this one. Agree, disagree questions. Okay, there are so many questions I have added. You can likely go for the last question I added earlier. Okay, go for this one. 14th one. Can you read the question?
Just a minute. Yeah, learning at university would be more effective if men and women were educated separately. What? Learning at university would be more effective if men and women were educated separately.
Yeah.
To what extent do you agree or disagree? Is this a question?
Oh yeah.
see, that's what now. If such a question comes, I will not have any points for agree.
Okay. Sure.
How will I partially agree?
Then you can go for the fully agree. Of course, no problem.
No, but that was I'm scared.
Okay.
I want to make it partially agree, but
Yeah. Right. So I will. That's why I have designed these points here. Planner in English.
Okay.
So there is a planner here. Reason supporting separate education. So single gender education can improve academic focus, right? That's the main point. Okay, I will highlight that one here.
Education can improve academic focus.
Actually, okay, I've added this one here since when you are separated from your opposite gender, you may not have time for involving in love affair or any other unwanted things. Or I'm not saying unwanted, any other engagements with others. So, but likely it can be a bit distracting. I'm not really just arguing with it, but for the sake of writing, I added one point actually here.
Got it.
Okay. So that's the first point I have taken here. Second one, mixed gender education can foster social and communication skills, right?
Yeah. Right.
So this is the second one actually, fosters. Yeah, as far as the IELTS exam students are concerned, one word that they should be familiar with is the foster, which means improve,
Many
enhance.
questions used to have it.
Correct. So this foster is a word you can likely use in, multiple essays actually. Yeah. So you see, over here I have added this point: mixed gender education fosters social and communication skills. Right, and followed by that you have an explanation. All of these are incomplete.
Okay.
Okay, that's right. And you can use this one, and then finally the conclusion.
No, this question is very tricky. I'll get literally stuck if I get something, if I'm not seeing it now and getting something fresh in my exam.
Okay.
Oh.
For that tree, we are basically going to do one thing. We are going to have a 1 or 2 days we shall successfully utilize for essay discussion actually, question discussions.
Okay.
Okay, so that
would be helpful.
yes, indeed. So you can be your own ChatGPT, and there is a simple strategy that you can apply actually when you discuss the essay. I will teach you some strategies that I learned from my teacher. Okay, there are a couple of strategies, and I can't reveal it at the moment in a live session here. And also, since we don't have enough time at the moment, so we shall reschedule that discussion session in later. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic. Then.
Sure.
So take this question, and so this one I haven't completely written. However, so this is this essay I have written actually, and I will show you a band 8 essay of this that I have written, and I will show you that one. They were using the same ideas.
Okay.
There is something happened here. Okay, just a moment. Okay dear, so I will also give you the access to this one. All of these questions I have added in it are the previously asked exams actually. Most of the IELTS students, what they tend to do is they directly go to Google or ChatGPT and ask for questions, and they get irrelevant questions actually. And so then they try to practice it. Now please don't do that. Try to get the questions that are asked in the previous exams, and that's how you do.
I'm totally relying on you, Nathan, sir. I know you will be providing enough questions, and I will just practice that.
Definitely.
I complicated this because of using some things that is very clear. So.
Your voice is breaking a little bit.
No, I was just telling, I don't want to spend time looking for something that's very general. So it's obvious, if you search in the internet, you may get a lot of things, and they may be giving you questions from ever since IELTS was there. So I don't want that. Whatever relevant to this point of time, we'll practice on that.
Definitely. I'll quickly tell you what I basically do. Every time an exam, people attend exam, I directly call them, I go and visit them. And I ask these students what actually question they got. This is one of the ways. And we have other sources also to find these questions or exam asked questions to find, which means we have the support system. We have created a network where we get that exam related things instead of general things. Of course, the Google and ChatGPT can provide you many things. As you said, it may provide the questions when the exam IELTS came into existence. Right. So that's all for today. Kindly go and do this
Okay.
practice, and we shall have discussion for tomorrow. And for tomorrow, I'm giving you 2 tasks. So 2 cue cards, and then one
And the
agree
session.
disagree. Say. And tomorrow.
Just one thing. No, yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, let me add you this one also. So tomorrow we will have the discussion of 2 subjects related, essay actually.
Okay, tomorrow is Saturday for you, so you're okay for a class tomorrow,
Oh
right?
my God. Okay, I have an emergency meeting to attend. It's a family meeting actually. I may not be available. However, okay, hold on. I am available. I am available. Actually, I need to leave home by 8:30. So which means we can have a 1-hour session. Yeah, we can have 1-hour session in the morning.
Okay, cool.
Yes, dear. If in case any
Okay.
other plans are there, I will let you know. However, I will be available because you are about to take the exam. I should be available.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, dear.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Have a good day.
Okay. എങ്ങനെ പോണു Canadian life ഒക്കെ?
Not bad.
Okay. Have you
We're just
visited
getting
many
accustomed
places
to
over
all
there?
not really, but yeah, some places which can be accessed around this place we have. But there are a lot more of places that we need to explore, which we are just parking aside for having our convenient time.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay, dear. Anyway, so
Okay.
happy time
Thank you.
in Canada.
Okay.
Right. Like,
Thank you. Bye.
enjoy.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so that was long way to go. 1 hour and 21 minutes and 41 seconds at the moment. Oh my God, that was quite long. And guys, I really want to help you here that if you're looking for IELTS, PT, OET, and also even spoken English and British accent training, do not go anywhere. Join us right today, even without the help of taking the help from the chat GPT. We can really help you. You can be your chat GPT. Do not use those artificial intelligence. Those artificial intelligence can ruin your potential. You see, look at this lady actually told me at the moment. She said that most of the time when she requested for some information, ChatGPT basically provided the information that is absolutely irrelevant. And she herself had to correct ChatGPT. Please do not solely rely or trust this ChatGPT or any of the so-called artificial intelligence. Do not expect them to be as much 100% correct as you're expecting. Do you understand me? So this is really, not very acceptable. It is unacceptable that people directly copy pasted. Particularly, it can ruin your academic, guys. Please don't. Every time you get this, what happens if a person who is not a technology savvy or technology sound, actually, if you are not sound in technology, if you're not really good in handling the technology, what happens is, due to your inefficiency to use this language and to provide the ChatGPT prompts or something, you may get only what you are actually asking for. And you believe that it is true, and you thank ChatGPT, you copy paste it, and you bring it to the exam, or you bring it to the school, or to the college, or even to your workplace. That is not really what you want. So every time you search for something in this either one of the so-called AI assistants or supports, AI advancements, please make sure to double check it before you directly copy paste it. And I've been trying to convince people about the importance of it, and please make sure that you follow my instruction. And thank you so much for joining this morning, and we shall have additional classes ahead. And next classes will be the British accent training. It is coming ahead. Stay tuned and join me for this live practices. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Love you so much.